Hey everybody! In today's video, I'm going to show you how to use your texture dies to create pattern paper and subtle patterns in the background with this adorable daisy die, an ink blending brush, some paper, and this cute as can be honeybee set. Oh my gosh, so cute. So put a piece of cardstock down on top of your texture die, and then rub the side of a white crayon very firmly over the entire panel. You can sort of see it here, but it's white on white, so it's a little bit hard to see. And then take a blending brush and apply some ink. Now, the darker the ink you use, the more pronounced this pattern is going to be. I wanted a bright, happy yellow background for my bee. And so my pattern will be a little bit more subtle, but if I had used a dark orange or a dark blue, this would pop out even more. So play around with your ink combinations for this technique and see what you get. Now, as I rub it off, you can see the pattern becomes much more pronounced, and it also has a shine that you can see when I hold that up to the light. Now, I will go back and add just a little bit more ink so that the pattern pops in some areas with a little bit more yellow, and I will wipe it off again and you'll see those daisies pop out. You can also sort of do this in a distressed fashion where you're just rubbing the crayon over certain portions of the die, but it really gives you a whole new use for these dies. And as you know, I've been using this type of die in virtually every video recently because all of a sudden I'm just like in a phase where this is my new favorite thing. You know how you go through phases where you use a medium over and over and over again, or you use a toy over and over and over again. Those things happen, and I am in the texture die phase of my crafty career. Now, this queen bee is so cute. Like, this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, there should be fines and penalties for things this cute, just consequences. Now you can pause here. These are the Olo marker colors that I will be using to color this. And I'm going to break out of the bee mold, and I'm actually going to create a little rainbow outfit for her because this little coat that she has on is so fabulous. It's just crying out for something more than the black and yellow. So I will speed this up. The coloring is not that exciting, but these markers are. The black side is the brush end of these two-ended markers. And I love the way the ink flows out of these. You get such great coverage so quickly, and none of those little splats that you can get with other alcohol markers. So it's just fun to use something different after so many years of using the same markers. Now, I am going to end with purple, of course, so I will complete the entire Roy G. Biv around the side of her coat. It's sort of like a vampire cape where it's a different color on the inside. So this makes a little flower that frames her adorable face. And she looks like a really friendly queen bee, not like a grumpy queen bee. So I thought it was appropriate to make her a coat that fit her personality. So now I will be using the cool grays, and again, you can go back and hit pause if you want to know the exact markers that I'm using. And I will be putting in just a real subtle shadow. I'm going to finish this card with colored pencils, as I always do when I'm using alcohol markers. And so the shading here is really just preliminary. It's not anything super prominent. So I just wanted to give myself a little light and dark with these gray markers. Oh, she's so cute. And I did want it to be monochromatic on the outside since the inside is so fabulous. So once that is done, I will color her little stripes, and I'm giving myself a highlight with one of these cool grays before I go in with the black, just to make her little belly look round and dimensional. Don't have a ton of room here, so don't spend a bunch of time on it. Just a little bit of black and a little bit of gray gives it the dimension that you'll see in the finished card, and it's plenty. With the yellow, I'll just leave a white highlight instead, since there isn't anything really that much lighter. And then I'll color her little face yellow so that you can see her smile. Now, I did change my mind at the end, and I was going to have her crown be black and yellow as well, but I ended up going with the Aurora Borealis gems just to give her that really queenly look where she has some serious jewel action happening on her crown, and I think it looks really cute on the card. It ends up being dimensional, so I don't end up keeping what you're seeing here. And I use 2 different sizes of gems, which you will see in the final card. Now you can go around the edges, pick up any little white bits that we're showing, and then I always forget little details like this, but I did not forget to color her little hands. So she's going to look super cute on that sunny yellow background. I'm going to use one of the layering flower dies behind her, and you can see that subtle daisy resist popping out behind her. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching today. Head over to my blog for more information and more cards, and thanks so much for watching.